Hi everybody, it's Diane, and no, this is not a rerun, but we're doing the same thing. I know that's kind of lame of me, but I have these two iKids going. I have spent 40 days and 40 nights, and that's a bit of an exaggeration, to finish them off. I can't find anything to finish them off. I kind of wanted to freeze on this one. I haven't found one so far. I may type something out, I don't know, but it's scrapbook paper here and then magazine. This one is all magazine. The words are not glued down. It needs something here. I don't know what. In looking for those, I came up with a couple other things. This is kind of cool, and I think I'm going to leave this just how I cut it out of the magazine. I think I'm going to leave it like that with that background showing, at least for now. But anyway, that's what I'm doing, and I have opportune filming time here, so we're going to film it. And we're going to look through magazines and listen to Diane criticize stuff and whatever pops into her brain. That's cool. Isn't that cool? I should use that in the Big Altered Book, shouldn't I? Okay. I haven't done anything in that in quite a while. That's another book that I don't think is ever going to be finished. Isn't that couch cool? Is it the coolest couch you have ever seen in your life? Admit it, even if you don't like it. It's like pop art you can sit on. Cool. Well, see, there's no criticisms yet. I'm sure those are forthcoming, however. I'll criticize my lighting because it's glaring for me. I can't even see. That's interesting. That's as far as I'll go with it. Wow, there's a note. Look at that. If you have the biggest house on the planet, you can buy those two sofa sectional things. I do not have the biggest house on the planet. It's not even close. Just in case you weren't too sure about that. Okay, let's try part of this curtain. Or drape. That's kind of neat. Should go this way. This way fits better. Well, do we want to carry it over? Or do we want something different? You could go either way. Considering this is small, maybe carrying over would be better than different. I don't really like that with the cloud. We'll see. You know, I could paint the cloud over. That could be cool. Or paper, tear paper, the same color. All right, let's be on the lookout for that orange type color. Well, that's not too bad. This is cool. Different moldings, I'm assuming. Yeah, frame moldings. For picture frames. Is she being clear? People holding their kitchen faucets. I need a new kitchen faucet. Maybe they could loan me one of theirs. It's something, a bit of an little bit of an interest thing there. Flock together. No, that's too punny, isn't it? This is cool. Oh yeah, that orange color. Oh, that's pretty close, but it's got stuff all over it. Not going to work. Yeah, I didn't say orange color that's mostly orange and nothing on it. I didn't specify, did I? This stuff is cool. Mr. Zip. Isn't that his name? Oh, buttons, bunch of pinbacks here. That's cool. Look, there's a giant animal crackers tin, probably. Cool. Look at this. Talk about pop art. Giant outlet. Isn't that neat? Wow. It's a really big appliance, huh? Too bad that wasn't orange, it was red. They're not listening. Wow, here's some busy stuff. Would that be interesting on this? Or is that too stylized? I'm not sure. And if I don't like it here, I could probably use it somewhere, sometime. What was that? Is it tiles? Yeah. How much are they, Diane? You cut it off. Look, maybe 44 each. I think that's what that was. Well, maybe just 2. That would look good on that, too. It's okay. I may leave it. I may not. Okay, wow. Oh yeah, there's this cool stuff. Someday I'll have to cut out all those little things. But I don't think this is that day. Okay, so do tell, what's anyone working on this year? Any new projects going on? This is the only thing I've started so far that's different. And I don't know if you could really say it's different. I've made many iCads in my day. don't know. Well, I don't have time to watch a lot of videos, so you probably can't go by me. But I haven't noticed anything new in the paper type craft world to try. Have you? I know when I was first getting into all this stuff, it's like, wow, this, wow, that, I'll try this, I'll do that. And lately, I haven't seen anything new and different. And it's up to me to come up with something new and different, right? Good luck with that. That's why she's making iPads. They're old and the same. Okay. Crooked Pictures. What is that? Anybody remember earlier last year there was a picture in an AD? I think it was more like well, that wasn't an ad. Anyway, a room set up and they had pictures on the sides of a window, I believe it was, and they're like all crooked and spaced wrong, and I went off on a tangent of how bad that is, and I guess I won't do it again, but that's bad. It's interesting. It's a weird light. Can you read the price on this light? Can you read that? $3,750. Okay, I have one more magazine here. I mean, I have others, obviously, but this is the last one I pulled. I think we have a Halloween issue of Country Living. I think it was, I bet there'd be orange in there, right? Oh, or right here. It's pretty close. Now, I know this is too big, but that should kind of work. Okay, if the cloud was over, maybe we could put one above. Let's take a little bit more of that, just in case, and then I won't be able to find it later. Want to buy a couch? $1,200, $12,000. Dang, are you nuts? $12,000, $15,000. This one's only $6,000, $20,000 and $13,000. I don't know why I find that funny. It's not funny. Let's see, do you want to buy a car or a couch? I don't There's some cool doors, elevator doors. Most of them look very deco, don't they? Why have we abandoned this space? That's a nice point. Well, probably because it costs money, right, to make it. I should do something with some of those, huh? Let's mark that. Still not finding a quote or anything for that sheep. Alright, we're coming to the end of this one. I do not know what to put by that owl. Do you have any big ideas? See, actually, something like this would be kind of cool. I don't want to cut that out, and it's going to show up too much on white. So that's out. But that idea isn't bad. How long have I been looking at magazines with you guys? I can't read it. About 16, 15 minutes. All right, let's look at one more. I'm bending down. What is, oh, an atomic ranch. I don't know. That may not help us. They have an atomic owl, right? Cool chairs. Well, here's your MCM fix for the day. That's nice. Everybody has a mother-in-law tongue plant in these houses. I'm so MCM and I didn't know it. Except I live in a bungalow. Not too mid-century. That would be cool. That's not black. It's not going to work though. That's fun. I have a couple Hawaiian shirts. I rarely wear them anymore. I used to in my younger days. Alright folks, I'm going to go off by myself because you're probably tired of looking at magazines. I'll finish these off and then we'll see what's going on. If I want to start another one, or maybe I'll have some great new project lined up by then. Don't hold your breath. But come on back, hang on. Okay. I think that looks good. There was printing on the other side of this magazine paper and you could kind of see it. I don't know if you noticed that. So that covers that up. It's a tad plain. Do I want a border? I don't know. I did paint. I don't know. When I laid the paper over, it was okay. That's acceptable, but this is better. So I painted the cloud over. And I don't remember if you saw this. It was a light, wicker light thing, and it was white back there. I went over that with orange. I think that looks better. Added some flowers. That kind of looks like a weird cactus thing, I think. A couple birds out of a magazine. I know they're geese. There probably aren't geese in the desert. Sue me. I think I want to stitch around this in black. Didn't do that yet. Okay. This is just sitting over here like this. And I went, oh, that kind of made itself into a card. I had cut this bird to put up here, didn't like it, didn't really fit. I had cut this to put on here somewhere, didn't like it. It was too competing with that, and they're going in different directions, didn't like it. I didn't use these. Yeah, so I'm not going to bore you by looking through magazines again, but I think that's something. That may not make it. I don't know. Okay. So just to be a little different, this is part of a playing card. And when I saw that in my stash, it's probably supposed to be a beaver, right? With the stick. But it kind of made me think of a groundhog. Groundhog Day will be here before we know it. Or maybe by the time you see this video, it will already have come and gone. I don't know. I film ahead. But maybe we can do something fun and cutesy with this. Ick. And so you can see me look through a box instead of a magazine. Nope. Pretty close. Well, that's not too bad. As you can see, it's short. I probably could piece it together, but I don't generally like doing that. You can usually tell. Unless, you know, you can cover it over with ribbon or washi or something. Diamonds wouldn't do anything, would they? It's not as bad as I expected. Oh, that's okay. All right, what else do we want to do with it? I don't think I'll play up the groundhog thing because it's probably a beaver. Well, come on. Well, could add more flowers. I don't know if another animal would do anything. I mean, these are not going to work, but okay, you could. I kind of doubt it, but I'll leave that out. These leaves, you could tell that's a card. No, too bold. No. Oh. Only Diane could have actual beaver paper in her leftover box, right? That's pretty funny. I don't think I really like it with this. What do you think? That's sort of strange. Leaf isn't too bad, but there's only one. Monsters, I don't think so. Well, there's another leaf. Too big. Those are birds, in case you can't tell. No, wrong colors. Well, those flowers aren't too bad. There's some more. Oh, a hedgehog. I don't know if beavers and hedgehogs get along. They will if I put them on an iCad. You know, that's not really bad, those ferns. I have real pressed ferns. Maybe we should stick a little more realistically. Where'd they get to here? It's okay. I think it's too realistic. These are crumbling apart before our eyes. Yeah, these are a few years old. I didn't press any this year because I had so many, but maybe I should have. I think I'm gravitating towards that because of the color. And I have a timer going to go off pretty soon. You haven't heard that for a while, have you? Well, that's kind of cute. All right, would these flowers be okay then? Whoops, I dropped a crumb down in the box. Oh no. Yeah, they'd be all right. Okay, this video is getting kind of lengthy. Now I have to look for a crumb. Oh, here it is. I'm going to pause, get my timer before it goes off, hopefully. Put these together and come back and let you see them. Hang on. Okay, crew, I think I failed to show this last time because it was over here and I didn't see it. I added a piece of jewelry and a little white spattering. I think that's fine, with the exception, if this was not an index card collage, I think I'd trim it up. 'Cause, you know, this is sort of your main focal area and it's way up. I should have had the owl down a little bit. But I'm not going to trim it because that's what it is. So I think these little two things you can barely see, let's take those out. Yeah, I think in a weird way that does help because it was a little distracting. It's still up, but that's better. So, okay, there's that one. It's kind of neat, really. Interesting. That's all, well, I take it back. I think I said that's all magazine. The bird is out of a book. The rest is all magazine. Okay, then we have our beaver. And he's just a cute picture, no words, faux stitching. Okay. Okay, sorry for that cut. Does anybody know why I stopped? It has to do with this card. Did you notice? When I pulled it up, I went, oh, the W had split. When I glued it down, I didn't notice that. So I stopped and added a different W, which I think is fine in this case. And I did choose that because lately I haven't known what to do. I had a lot of trouble with this card, a lot of trouble with this card, a lot of trouble with this card. So I thought that was appropriate. There's some blue spattering because of the blue there in the window. And a new W. Okay. This one, did you see that? I don't even know now. Stitching on the top. I think that looks nice. Nice and pleasant. And this one, I just have some stitching here and there. I couldn't decide between black and white. Black would have been nice because of the dark here. But then again, I didn't know that it would show up much. And there was white in my machine. So that was the decision maker on that. Okay. More Index 26 cards. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a nice day.